Does a spiritual practitioner have a responsibility to be involved in politics?
So, make it their business, so that they give a voice to certain points of view. So, it has its place. Yeah.
And so then
for some things are obviously more conducive to wholesome living, and others are not. So the so-called spiritual leaders should be responsible for the highest possible conditions for humans, the best conditions for humans. Yeah, the most healing, most positive, the most creative conditions for humans. Spiritual means creative. Infinitely and ultimately creative. It's all about that. And thus it has its transformational component. And that's what spiritual practice is, a higher level of intense engagement in transformational processes. Namely, most importantly, working on yourself. And using your self-karma for wood, or as wood for the fire of liberation. Theory, but good practice also.
So then in evaluating a political candidate, does one look at the...
Candidate? Who's talking about candidates?
Okay.
People, yeah, that's not about partyism.
Yeah.
It's not about that particularly. Yeah. No. Talking about no agenda. No agenda. The party of no agenda. It might be the party of one. But it also might be the party of oneness. No agenda. You're talking about social inequality, really, is what you're talking about. Yeah, I can read it. I can see it in your eyeballs. You can't fool it. No agenda. Yes, no agenda. So what you're talking about are evolutionary trends, political and sociological, evolutionary, even psychological trends, see. Movements towards certain developments. See. Hopefully the developments that are being sought out, worked out, see, and supported are those which create better conditions for people. See. And that's not a religious, even political issues, it's really human nature. See. It's human nature. So that's the agenda of survival then, see, it's based upon human nature, is to evolve to a point and do the right thing, so to speak. That's born, that's inbred, that's there. Survive, provide, take care of, cherish, organize, develop, grow. It's all built into us. Thousands, maybe millions of years of evolution have given us the opportunity to selflessly produce and create life. And ideas.
Well, I'm just thinking that producing and creating don't necessarily go hand in hand with politics.
Well, you create politics, you have to produce politics, and you have to produce what is more than just politics, right? The best results, not limited to political, anything. So you can say there's a politics of creation, or there's a creation of politics. And if you say, well, what country are we in? Well, we have different views on it, different countries. In different countries you have different structures set up. It depends on how these structures are used. Because they are like superstructures to be used for, let's say, accomplishing something. And that's really the purpose if you don't have genius already. then you need that superstructure. And that's what the superstructure is for, is to make up for what you don't have, or don't need, and so on.
So politics seems to be about persuasion, but what does persuasion have to do with spiritual practice?
Who's persuasion? It's got nothing to do with spiritual practice. See, politics is not about spiritual practice. See, so people can say there's a politics of spiritual practice. But spiritual practice is a science. It's not political. It's like breathing. Is breathing political? Is breathing? It's like politics. Yeah. So if you need to look at it closely, you can look at your thoughts topic. See, you see, no, defecating is not political. You sit on the bowl, the stool, and it happens. You can be reading a newspaper, not even thinking about it. It doesn't care. Defecation is not interested in political news. Even though the political news is equal to the defecation, no doubt. Feces. Yeah. For many, but go on.
So, does a spiritual influence on the politics of a nation create a better nation?
It's not about the nation, it's about the individual. The individual is here to liberate itself from suffering. See? That's the purpose of it. See? It's individual consciousness. It's not what religion or what club you belong to. It's the individual. And what level of reality you resonate with in terms of the hierarchical dimensions of intelligence. See? From the physical to the subtle, the astral, causal, the lower mental, the higher mental, the higher etheric, cosmic, and the spiritual, right? Beyond religious. Religious is mostly mental, philosophical, and the practical side of it is the experimental side, is what determines your resonance, your vibration, your reality. So you need to breathe in order to go higher or lower on the scale of evolution. If you care about breathing, if you care about breathing, you care about life. If you care about life, you care about others, automatically.
Would spiritual practitioners be involved in political revolution?
Of course, in education they're involved in everything. In everything. There should be people who are very tolerant if they're spiritual practitioners. Practicing the ways of the grace of spirit should be very tolerant and all-inclusive and solutionary in nature, not just revolutionary, because solutionary is revolutionary. It's like saying, no, there's no problems. We solve it. Whatever shows up is being solved already. Solutionary. See, over-revolutionary. She's just turning things around. They're always being turned around whether you're revolutionary or not. They're going to be time changes everything. So that's the revolution, is the planets in the solar system, around the galaxy, around the universe. That's not revolutionary. Particle is revolutionary.
So is the concept of one nation under God a truly spiritual concept?
Not particularly. There's no under God, because you don't know it's above you. It might be below you. It might be right there. Whoa! God underneath, my God above, makes everyone less. And it's not, if there's a God, it's not about less, it's about more. Right, more, right, greatness, not less. There's no God above, any more than there's a God beneath. God is total isn't it, and it's what isn't it. then we're moving in the right direction of having some sense of true being, which is what is absent here in the conversation of genders and politics and differences and stupidity and warfare and factions and idiocy and maniacs and so on. Mad people that hate themselves and everybody else. It's mad. The world, Earth is the asylum Earth. Come on, from all over the galaxy, come here and be crazy with, and as humans, if you can keep up with them. The champions of insanity. The Godzillas of the insane brain. Come in.
Put it that way.